that's it. Nyame my nyina ho happy Sabbath. E ojire se Yesu adom ba bi e obi a ne nyina ye ho ye. E da wade ase, bi o nyame shaw. Wa obeka ye ho bia no se de nyina yenim no ene da ye mo akwaba. Ba bi a obi a no nyame shaw na onka ho. Se de onim no ye hye dwumade na se no 1 month, a week, any 7 weeks, 5 weeks ni ye sua temperament ho asem se de jodi ka trebo no. Ye hunu enema bebre. Na nyuwe nso so ye tun sa frɛ ho ya ho se yenyina no yemfrefre namfo no na yemra na yemiti na afi nsɛmbisa bi wɔ hɔ a yembisa enne anwumre ye topic no sɛ de yedi ka anim no temperament and human relationships ye nipa su how we are created and how we have been trained up and how we can relate with other people. There are so many people in our workplaces and our schools, in our marriages, in our friendships. We are not able to deal with them because of the way they behave. And then you bring this young one day. Now finally, no. So I'm fire mono na yede koya wari mu. Nti ya na mo fa school mu, ya dwuma mu, ya sorry mu, your daily activities, those who meet on the streets, those our acquaintances, those who meet them and say hi to them. They will respond to us. They will not respond. And then you raise one day. Now, very, 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 very important. And me say in you be frefre when na ya bi sua de na boy. Na you be as usual. E be busan nsem. Nti be say obetro nsem na to na boy am yi na etimi ati. Yankopon asem ase. In na enim say as human beings as we are, God created us by way of being social. We are social beings. We don't live in isolation. You cannot fold your hands and say, my lone, I don't have friends. No. I say you have friends. Friends in the church, if you feel, maybe I know your firstborn, we have siblings. Siblings in the Baba, Obia, no, come back, no, my 2, no, my 3. I feel no, my family. Obia, one, the way of thinking, the way of the name, even though you all came from the same womb, but money and your pet. If we say, yen pet, yet the friendship name go on a fade, yen, na the co school, no, when your friends in the so, the way I only related with you at home. Co school, so our friends' relationship not so different, also mount. Attitude will be also different from what you know from home. Then you grow up. Then walk school, be school. And also after workplace, you also meeting somebody, you also give you a different attitude. One say, and also my 1 year for. After you've grown up, you meet somebody you want to marry, and the person also give you a different attitude. When I am listening, it is if you are not able to know the one we make friends with, going forward it will be difficult for us. And like it is a one day. And they say it's very important. Until you the 4 basic temperaments. The sanguine, the choleric, the pragmatic, and then the melancholy. But my favorite or nipa 4 how they can come together. So when we clicking, when we ain't clicking, and for that matter, send the busy and make you a friendship. Oh, that's the thing. The sanguines and sanguines are they want to have fun, as we know. Nobody ever balances the checkbook and they will go bankrupt 3 or 4 times. The sanguine and the sanguine, the two of them, if you meet somebody who's a sanguine and somebody is a sanguine, and then you meet, you always want to go out. You are always having fun. You're always going out here and there. And sometimes, you think the same way. You go up, but you didn't lock it because you want to go out and do whatever you want to do it over there. Ubia semsia, ubia pijano want his or her voice to be heard. Only it was a baby, the sanguine is sanguine which more a baby because ubia be so show off near tenenka. But the account once it's not necessarily about marriage and relationship. Relationship bringing across the board and you see on one day. And it's any me no me sanguine me no share more. Obia any Obia pa wontenko obia pese oye bibi me yete se oni nti omumienu no they don't check each other nti omuhia mu a enema bese ento aso choleric and choleric and I'm say asua de ehun se omumienu nso no omo pa abonten kakra omo bra bo nyina mu no omo ne ye no I say de omo nya no they want to make sure say omo ni age nti won say choleric no na se one can say o claim de obia what is about go say this is my money that is yours. It is always choleric. Choleric do not commingle their funds at all. When you meet them, it is for me, not for us. In the obia choleric, the choleric means in their relationship, obia bima is about the car no better. 1, 2, it's my car. A choleric will never say that our car. Say, it's for me, it's not for us. And this Ushia Nipa or choleric, now we have choleric, now we Mushia one. One say each one of you will claim the things you have for himself or herself, not collective. Say, I did in idea. It's for me. And the say, if you're about Montino, say, we are more siblings. Now, be an idea. This is for me. This is for me. This is for me. Among your siblings, no, there will be disunity among yourselves. Say, when you know, a choleric, because you need idea the family item is about be a clemonity. In some of ya, what the first friends, I will do who said, Bibi Gran or ya. So, which so, there's always many boy, I was done my part, and that is none of my business. And you cannot count on somebody who is choleric and who is also choleric. Who you know, be a clemonity, be or call my own flower. And it was one enough, you know, of friends. Leading to marriage. Some million now be a cleric. I won't say relationship. No, it will be like me, myself, and my interest. Among the group now, we won't say you near will be that you know be home. And you know as a friend or quite juma now I check. The normal time is so banomaya, no other partner. No, so relax at home. He doesn't care because what if you want to see relationship now be I, me, myself, and my interest. I, me, myself, and my interest. If two choleric meet, melancholy and melancholy, they will be depressed together and paint the windows of the house black so nobody can see. Obi a melancholy be so no a reserve type. In your relationship, when I talk about relationship, I'm talking about when you siblings, when you friends at school or at your workplace, your friends at the workplace, when you acquaintances, those you meet and say hi, those who meet at church, and those that you want to marry with, and those that you've married. Melancholy. Depression, better reason is say, Obibia, I say, Misia, we are mobile baby, we are Martin baby. I say, Missiki to a beer, we are quail. On Bessie Becanim, Tommy and Nina, Obia Bonina Bakukan, Bakonja, and if you create unnecessary tension in that home because won't Bessie Beckham your partner or your friend doesn't want to be rebuked. And for that matter, or better what say, oh, fear 2 days, 3 days, 1 week, be home. And that is melancholy because they want their space. It was the 1, 2, I want to have my space. Over what now they know up to there anymore. Then you remain in the room. It doesn't care what the other partner is doing. And no, there's a choleric melancholy melusia. No, be a person or be a cananimity or me and you bomb on the one. Obi betem na yere ana ne husband ana ne friend adada ba kum na abufu e ba enti no obi yare na otie mu frɛ no but no na dwen say oh obi wa I don't care because the see here no we twi manim wakasa manim I don't like that way obi gina wa anti ade be kyen no hu say sabi wa anya ade if you say Nipa na ordinary kono krase na oyare awu, but ebufu nti onko nchen. That is melancholy for you because we have open space. When two people like this meet, the relationship cannot last because they don't open up for each other. Obia penoho, obia de no. Phlegmatic and phlegmatic together, they would never decide to do anything. They want to save all the animals and all the cats. Nobody is going forward because they want to save the world. We have phlegmatic, phlegmatic, minutia. No. Semumi no man can't do a more brebia obiasi because Mumbi no motenke ne pe. Obia bese obia a perfectionist. Obia take risk. Obia bra bomo is about the end to your boss, we have more time. By the time you realize you have no time. And the moment the phlegmatic menu share no more relationship one. Who should lead is a problem. Oba who's will lead, the Bema who's will lead. And Oba soon the Bema is most of the time no Anna Oba no feel like a Bema lady. Bema no say phlegmatic or no so not them no. Me person make mistake. And when say Oba no so relax because he is the man. Sometimes I'm not saying it's always the man is saying kai. Vice versa. And no say friendship mu na mo wa. Decision be kra mo take be adwuma mu na mo wo. Nima be nkoyi. And some take pragmatic steps to move on. Obi because perfectionist. On person be mistake. On person be take a risk. And among you siblings no more. Say your phlegmatic me no a. Mo tsara mo nyina mo tia. Obi take pragmatic steps. And the assembly that didn't man me wa. Instead of Bakobe taking bold decisions and say, let us do A, B, C, D for the family, you know, Obi ID. Enyamia. Okay. And now there's an act in the home, but Obi has on one. And some people will meet as group, as fellowship, as individual groups. When they meet, Obi has to take a decision. One would friend or one million phlegmatic. I say, a dana muti munasam can be a more fin. Then so be a take a decision because enyamia, and same name we fin. That's how it is. Tinipa me to say shemwa, or my brabon, and share, said it's reality. And so Obia the sober bonnet, Obia take a decision until they will end up not going anywhere, even though they could be perfect people. And now the way they think, the way they behave together, it's likely they will not move on well. Sanguine and choleric, both are very direct. They will have the biggest fight, battles, arguments. And imagine if you're a sanguine and then a choleric, more warrior. Direct. I say, Miss Yobakonu, direct as it is. Say any pem, or and say friends and when say you disgrace your friend in the public, and your friend also intend to disgrace you. And there is always fight. And you like him or her in an aspect, but always the restriction. Now ready to concern, hey, not raising it. So ubufu woni pem ono so bubefu woni pem. Asore na mo wo can be no ampe the body language will change to the pitch as if he or she is angry. Now, be say one so obey demonstrate or found say the power. And such is sanguine and choleric when they meet. In the way, if you have siblings like this in the home, maybe I don't know what can I say, but they think maybe I just say off. Baby, I want to baby. To me, you baby, I'm it's a because she was too much. And I will like him or you like her. Maybe I'm going to share it together. Maybe sometimes share it together or very intelligent, brilliant. But and now say, "Umi enu no munye sanguine we choleric no. Obi a direct. Enti o de one so de no. Mu de boss fight, argument. Mentime wan say, oh no, we atom the back, Enti if you have a sanguine and choleric at workplace, in Pembi, there is always fight. When you're in the shade, but when because who raise you concern or don't be raising it, who food will be food. And when they end up controlling each other, that was abuse, net to us, argument, misunderstanding. You think you know it all. You think you are a human being. You think I am not. And you are a human being, I'm not a human being. You think you're a superhuman being. And you see me as a second-class human being. And always there's height. But among these two people, they are very good two people. But because of their upbringing and the genes in them and the innate in them, the way they are, is making them bad people. But they are not. And sometimes obi the friend be the little thing be omoko then you say that this particular small thing na moko to them no and just small thing no ni we are seeing no but sankeni ba ofra is simple but now say sangue and choleric me no share na obi are direct thing no will be fight na argument so eto aso embo akra. When you see a sanguine and choleric marry, you can be sure there are a lot of heated argument, heated argument, always, all the time. A choleric and a sanguine, no more warrior, and I'm in a relationship one. Who said there is authority? Bemanu claims that he's the boss, or Biden claims honestly is the boss. If you have friends like that, women will be a domineering. Either my way or nobody's way. That is how it's going to be like. That's relationship. Either you let me have it or nobody has it. Either we do it today or none or never. And the woman me no obia so a boss. Obia di hudi, obia domineering. And you end up not going anywhere. But argument. Sanguine and choleric. Choleric and the sanguine doesn't get to control the sanguine so much because the sanguine is direct. And as we know, choleric is or correcting no pet. Because sanguine it doesn't want to be corrected. They see themselves to be perfect, outspoken, domineering, canagene, anywhere, in your friendship, at home, at church, anywhere. Into no, you're correcting them. Into your you hold your peace. And you end up saying, you in that relationship, you will never be happy. Even though you are not bad person, or two of you are not bad people, but the way you are and the way he or she is creating the conflict. But some women don't move separately. Now we share the match, now we share the match here. Perfect individuals. And sometimes we don't say you are a bad person or he or she is a bad person, but it's the act. The act rather is bad, but not the individual, because individual no only meets the only can. They are perfect. Nti nipa bi a wushia no wo adwuma mu a bad person obi aso bad. That person, he has his friend bi a otenase we abusua mu unuane mu obi a wodi woni bu say this person is so bad oni mu obi a wodi ni hia muslim nko a wa sorry mu there's somebody that is considered to be black sheep. We share the one they can. They are perfect. They are not bad people, but they understand each other. When you are the tendency, I want to be as here. We say only. And that's how it is. And also, sanguine and melancholy. Melancholy has a lot of problems with depression. The sanguine helps melancholy to get out of fun. And to be aware sanguine be any melancholy, there will be perfect match. If say nyame pe na nyame bamu a na omuye no ye omo aduma ometima nante ache, because the sanguine omo outspoken, omo ye bossy, omo ye nkrofo a ochre nadwene, or you open, they want to be heard. When you see them in front of people, say yes. And then Joe, I'm sorry. Oh, there be most will be able to say Joe because Joe back or cracky jokes or more be able to about the presence is felt in the church. You stand there raising a hand or my contribution or be anymore or the microphone or raise concerns. Melancholy so there, Mobro and Pen once about your I said when he or she is called, an over answer baby. Young friend, I know. In this angle for me, So mmienu hyia mu a ɛbɛboa ama ɔmotumi apɛ because wei no ɛyɛ kakra the sanguine and then the melancholy so a quiet type into obi hyia mu abɛ sɛ wei no yɛ kakra na wei so ekiwu it down. Please calm down. Please calm down. Please don't do this. Ebedu maybe nso no na do ɔyɛ melancholy no nso no ɔka akyi dodo biribi so slow. Once the sanguine na ka hey wake up. Get up. Gotta go, man. Brenu ye sore ni anko. The boy no more. Oh, it's so timid. Obo is so cool. Obo is so indecisive. But when ya ni partner be or share or so many of the listening. Let's move on. Forms no over. Fill it today. Let's fill it. Let's submit it. I balance it. Melancholy because you say, oh, there's more time. Oh, please, you're worrying me. No. The partner or the friend, someone can say, no, until this form is filled today, nobody's sleeping. The bill must be paid today because you're about to why another day that there's something break. Do say me not balance of them. Inti, obi away someone, no be away melancholy when they meet. Nanya me can one of your might be so betmasia. Ombitmatmase our dear check. Ombitmatmase our friends a check. Ombitmatmase our dream and I check. So many years or for so long. If they decided to work together, it doesn't mean say obi away sound when be melancholy be there'll be perfect match. No. Abia sometimes so much, but mostly to say in upbringing, no say papa be one man and this she cool. One say na you make say oh we dey oh nyame hu how is this worship but you know job mommy we in this worship but you see you cool. There are a lot of people like that. Bon obi na oba no this worship you need white cow ni so calm na a balance. Sometimes grab in this situation, you know, and now from our point of view, say calm put be a family be what you likely with it. Be man a driver na mama and now band maybe a or the front don't enjoy. But I say kobase obani is somebody be man in melancholy. Sometimes the woman will see the woman will drive. Some people walk and say, the car, I'm not interested. Me. Five minutes here. And news combination no afa abo must life makama. It is anybody cry. Melancholy want to stay in the right. But somebody kicks melancholy in the bottom and say, come on, let's go. Let's get up here. Let's do some stuff. And you'll be melancholy or procrastinating. Yeah, mayor. But the sound can make us say, no, we are doing it today. We are at the hospital. Next week, I say, hey, no. Take your car. Let's go. I didn't know person no. Me next week, no. School now person was searching on. Do it today. Men next week, no. We are doing today. And then just what combination of balancing. What when you're like that. Now, it's magical for melancholy to marry someone because the melancholy we brought not two. Now that way, some we share one. Now we are balancing. It could be oba. We sanguine melancholy. Bema we say it. We share. Balance it. Now perfect. Now if we be a conquer go ejo. We so. Can count. Into share no. Melancholy is the only one in the group who can balance the checkbook. Someone will never do that. And you'll be a melancholy or to the boss. Receipt to be a or fear be a no de baby no packet. Maybe a husband or no somebody all the time. You just put it somewhere. Now be pass or bra or yes, I book no. But book no here or friend member, it not be somewhere. But as a wife name melancholy or better than in know the baby. I'm a book no way, book ben. Last week in book we were here. Actually black. Me we. There'll be fight. But so I can't melancholy. Yes, meaning definitely very any. And no now be who bema. na ne yere to kwan bi a ne yere to kwa Ghana na ne socks on this omo no apafo ajoa me socks no way me socks na we see last week no way was say opponent your bag this on the fa with me I call make matter dozen of the socks over here nam say ono no we have right if ntino enya man go ba bi gidigidi but oba ana be ma otisa no bobo ni nyina na bibia akame na perfection aba na I nice melancholy and sanguine because omumienu nyina no we indirect self-contained towards a boy emma we kaka na we team we na boy na as energy aba the sanguine makes decisions on the fly melancholy must ponder for 3 months in the area another group view obi o sanguine bia no bia melancholy bia no kan mo ayeye because the sanguine want to do it now to say the Santa want to take a decision. Or assume to now not take a decision, one will make mistakes because they take decisions that based on how they feel. Or don't want to be trained. But to be a melancholy is too much. Please, let's go home. Let's ponder over it. So me imagine. I think when you sleep over, you will get an idea about this. Not professional. To me, no, so move sanguine and sanguine mean kabum the outcome said. Young guy go gubga. And I was about now bata and engineer more to go up because they are all the same. But I couldn't win balance nibum pay. But I couldn't go from about come film, then the team up together. And for example, sanguine, they are the best match with the phlegmatic. Another match will be away phlegmatic piano. When sanguine mushia because both of them they have their feelings. The sanguine and phlegmatic don't struggle or must work in saying that I love you. Omi no obi a sanguine bia no obi a phlegmatic bia no me no like we mu pe so mu ti bibi na obe catch so sanguine be catch so mo atiase phlegmatic so be mo feel so no so kind what ono so be edma to me when they meet her who say omo click naturally no mo click ndi mo obi what me the friends cry na your one because I say the open and there's that compatibility between two of you. Naturally, both of you most struggle more make friends. In the work crowd, two of you, maybe I must say school mu, by friends are more nobody propose love to each other, but one answer more. Some people have married that. But they are together. Go for more adwuma school mu obi anka nche obi so obi no be but was a more like and such is the group you are talking about. It's very, very, very important that the phlegmatic, they are the soulmates to the sanguine because they are open and just like the phlegmatic, they are outgoing and the sanguine too and phlegmatic, they are also like more outgoing. And sometimes you will be phlegmatic, be extrovert kakra and sanguine to say hi pa enti onya obepie we so nya obepie kakra the ones of me and no more friendship no spontaneous they click like that open football open Bible studies open so then open so me manage school but manage school I like books I also like books to one phlegmatic and then sanguine sometimes they meet it make like because as o me no nyina no mo pe out open kakra enti o me no ka bom no mo ti o mo anse no mo mani bo o mo so a they can gel and move on perfectly because o me no mo ti o mo anse. Another group, the choleric and the melancholy, both are self-contained, but that directness means that choleric must control the melancholy. Melancholy will look at it, analyze it, and figure. It will be our choleric piano or a direct, and also self-contained. Or no, I didn't see over Canadian, no, quelly, no more who is over so today. And we saw a melancholy be also no, or an Canadian papa. Ain't it? Oh, me and no share. There's another match. I bet me a boy because Ade bia choleric no be church mu a ono ye outspoken or betin nka no. The melancholy will sieve it. Being a man or a woman, be in friendship, be in acquaintances, being in marriage, being in whatever, in dating. Obu nyina hia mu a, do choleric no. Asebisi a come adwene, ma hu do person ochire. But the melancholy will sieve it. Now, I'm going to analyze the issue. What is no, this thing cannot work. There are so many instances. Now, maybe people could take a decision. There are so many decisions. Baby could take a decision. You could say, please hold on. There are so many times I would say, when your friend be, then come so could take a decision. Be back as a chain. But you saved me. That is what we are talking about. They are always like that. The melancholy and the choleric, both are self-contained, both are direct. Melancholy are indirect. Together, they will build a massive wealth of income. However, they will never be together long enough to really enjoy the fruit of their labor. They will end up divorced. Nevertheless, along the way, they will create multiple of income. It will be a melancholy and choleric. Omiri self-contained. Minimum on can accept. Asem hyerimu owa nwanwa ono ba nyina wonam chenchen won asem nyina wonimu enti omienu nso mu hyiam a mostly enta endi ye choleric and melancholy because obi asem hyeritirim obi asem hyeritirim enti mu hyiam a ya emmoa papa enti at least omu hyiam na no ma hwe omu mienu ahwe ba se enkleke ba no jese we ni baboni ni o omu mienu no omitima tena ya adwuma abo because choleric and then the melancholy. You can only obe create account the atum. Oma oba na be ma choleric ska only. Ofa go tompa bo na tade and answer bibi huru bia obe keep ska no. They can make money but omi no omo click. The reason they say you say obi asem hyenimu obi asem hyenimu to obi bo obi asem so hey wakama say na pesa me ho wakama asem dodo wakama nim dodo the relationship cannot last because only alone or more other positive aspect be, but majority of the aspect of their lives and their mind, they'll end up not marrying. What will be one year no come business come, but omuko fi antokwa no doors because we be anka san don't even translate 1 week no being gaso be ho. Ye man kwa don discuss o, but him say the house could be money in that one. Husband no aduane obana de nse bi si na obi agaso bobedi wakoda in this group even though they are making money they are not compatible and they will end up in divorce. The problem is that since they both are self-contained and they are not open to their feelings with each other, they don't talk much. Choleric about action and melancholy is about thinking about action. And choleric, sometimes everyone swallow take a decision, boom. Now melancholy says, no, you're not doing that way. You will think about your action and it will never forget you. And obi o melancholy no choleric go muhie mu a choleric no to the board mo tumi eye no action bi asem nim de be ye nwanwa aside bi no atake action boom. The melancholy is so here no on fan channel into me no phone sa and the relationship will never grow because omi no obi an obi wasem and search will not help. Another group, the choleric and the phlegmatic, best color. For choleric to marry phlegmatic because choleric must be always in control and the phlegmatic will allow that. Another perfect match is will be a choleric, no be a phlegmatic. Who mean share? Yeah, not a copa because we be say o control. We say no, say mo Bible one no allow husband obey do baby be man bo no allow wife. With me say nipa mu oba no to say you say on na no na agi. There's people like that. When you meet them, you realize that it is the woman who is marrying the man. Decision making, boom. Bibinia, boom. Nikun to your wrong as Obeka Sabanikuno. Obe Jenny Kran did not come on. The man is very hano. no say I want to drive. Me want to go take it drive. Bibi no mo ya o be no mo dia be man be so be di be ko ba so be di o be kuma tare ase be man atuna be gina so ndem ato mama. And we say a balance. The choleric and phlegmatic, when they meet, na nyame adom pa boka mostly a boa ultimate transit. Doesn't matter which is male or female. Phlegmatic and choleric have total control. They get along great aspects. And this obaya will say be mommy nyina. So akwe choleric and akwe phlegmatic. Ako osro, ako ofem. Ako bufu a, ako ba fem. E balance papa. To bo anu na mo para wi say monti mo ase but mo azi bibi to bi si anu so mo ntokwa. Yonkofo bi ti sa oye on betimi a tell mo adina about issues about misunderstanding. This one me no nya bi gidi so the next 5 minutes they come together. This is mo jimi o. That is how they are. To friendship no omo e kleke pa. Eno na o hwe mo mostly SS time. Sa you go school wetu no bi akun enso na mo mie no mo pem ho yese mo nko abonten so mo kwa abonten o betimi atuo mo a dia ko university odo no munis cancer no dinachi. That is what we are talking about, because omo kleke omo be kon so be sa akọ, and that is what we are talking about. Is se ko basa onyame mu dia ye hwe se beto to kwan so no akoso akleke na abo omo na atimi akama. Choleric will tell phlegmatic what to wear and what not to wear. And phlegmatic will do it. The choleric will get their way, and phlegmatic will take that type of abuse for a long time. The war more nukunu choleric, but is that there you go man shata anyway. Even crowd was your measure. If that will make you happy, and phlegmatic will take it, and it wouldn't destroy anything. Inside group, come on. Sometimes even they are not together. The husband is in the next town or the next country, but he can command or tell the fellow, not command, but he can tell the husband. And the program now will come, please wear this top white shirt that you wore the other day. It looks so nice on you because people are coming. And the man will say, thank you, my wife. And I will do that for you. No, but take a picture of their children. Perfect. For me, they click. But another group, the other one will tell you, say, you can't tell me what to wear. I feel like I should wear this. And when I mention it, you'll be fight. And the relationship will be one. Because your temperament, you share tina amai se de bi sha na yekum. Ayi mi na nke ni papa. Melancholy and phlegmatic is a good fit because they are both indirect. However, melancholy will put phlegmatic down into this mode, and then fun, and they will have a hard time getting out of it. Obi a melancholy and phlegmatic too, they can also have a good time because indirectly, only melancholy. Obi a ready of the what they what the little idea so man maybe I'll check it say the way be an be into a tune was no check it. Now if you are more good advice, good counsel, your probably was it perfect. Maybe I come on. Melancholy, phlegmatic to also move very well. Phlegmatic needs to be more open and tell melancholy right from the start what they want out of the relationship and what they expect. To be aware, phlegmatic and melancholy, when they meet, we're a perfectionist, phlegmatic, melancholy, on another day, and to me, and mushia pa was a cosia, me subendi, me papa. Now, so the end, dear him. Was me subendi, papa, and me no yat masi. Somewhere be women na me bufo no ba na me hu de me nyam ya abrafe why 90 of once said the be ya relationship no will last abasa aboa from the onset enti for also ba ntete wo friend na no relationship no wo friend na wo dating no tell him or her that I am like this. Don't pretend. When you meet your wife or your wife to be or your husband to be, tell him or her that me a domineering, me send paso, me suba in the catcher, no, maybe I know Pano Yao. That's how they pretend it. Now you're also angel. Near what we now you say, you do as I say because I am the man. You do as I say because I am the woman of the house. You're going to create a mess. In your friendship, if you can't do this, I don't care if you should part ways. You are going to hurt somebody. So from the onset, tell him or her, I am like this. If you like somebody like this, I'm good to go. And that will help. If phlegmatic tells the melancholy that melancholy will be fine, they will follow along and do however. How better that marriage can be is the earlier on said they will come together and understand each other. To me, no more transit, no more sadio be padio be pa eboa. The phlegmatic and melancholy, both of them, they adore each other and they can say, you are looking good. I like the way you look, and they understand. But another group, a fashionist, I phlegmatic, or look good nice. Now the sanguine just want to know what they because hey, what kind of any fair what's any day. One few corona now corona time go now go just that question because what can be here? We need to understand each other and move. The can once in and they say, as human beings as we are, we have the innate, we have our being, who we are, from the genes from our parents, small here, and they are forming here. And I mean, think the way we think and the way we behave. But in spite of all these things, we need to develop the way we are as soon as possible. And as parents, you should try and know the temperament of your children and develop them. Now, if you have a relationship say among their siblings at home, know who each one of them are. Way. And when they are playing in the house, you know, say, way to say, way you calm, way so anything. When they blend, fine. Sometimes most of them work with Gini, depending on mostly no, I mean, melancholy. Full of prophets today and saying, I mean, that you almost, I said, they will team up with the parents to train the younger ones. And read Adventist home. That one why it can. But yeah, now, mostly, most of them know. Me the sanguines, or mono, but cannot be the pepe. Was a penina a dean, the animal, as in a way, Jimmy, and a thousand and say, no. A pair was a penina, but not containing when you are a come now. And the parents, you develop the interest of knowing the temperament of our children. Now, boy, relationship, mono, young guy do. Obi relationship will be the nature of your man or your woman, the nature of your friend at school, at workplace, the nature of your friend in your family, the nature of your friend at where you work. I'm an engine and I'm an engine, so that two of you understand each other. I want to pause here so that if there are questions, you can ask. God willing, next week, I want to invite you next week. Senyame adno isumaya. Ibisia the fourth temperament, any kind of job, professional, ometima ya beboa omo because omo nature no em ye hu se dwuma we bo ontime nje. Ana dwuma bo ho a bo ho ya ebeboa no. Nyambo next week ni be 20 in our relationships and how we behave. And I want to pause here. If there are questions and contributions, we bring it on board so we can all learn together. Please feel free and share your thoughts because me miss you and miss you baby one more I can't want them. Till the end of the bonnet price or more me. Sounds soon I want to be will be let's share ideas. It's not about you are a bad person or this family is like this. No. Yes, bring your personal understanding and your personal testimonies so that we learn. Very important. I want to pause here so that we can entertain questions and contributions. Madam Mishram.
That's Namishop. Amen. Namishop be on summer when they are my. See the passe di kind a kind no. Yene ya shono be a no. So Obia share the experience officie and answer who ye and answer or tears or so. So say questions and answer contributions are who share and also who you na bit me aba. So yeah, there were no the door is open and to be biara opese obese obekasa na so pese opeja ne nsa no and also owo so krampo bit me akasa. Okay, yeah, she patrolling me akasa.
Mini pamedase. Vamos nyame show.
Yeah,
Ya di sia nyame tie di in fact many aja di sia no. Ana ne wani bi wonu ma ka me twa ne mfoni wo mene so. We fun nkofo a me ben o mo ne nkofo a me ni mo na. Se na waka na meka se pepepe. Amenya mfa to hu we. Nsi ye nyina ye ni nkofo. Nkofo nso ye hia wo mo. Na wo ma me ni mo baako. Oye phlegmatic. Na ye mi enu no. Se ne o si chechire mu no chese. Fama yendi ehu achinye. As a neoman comes natural. As a new bio relationship, na se neoman it just comes natural. Then I think say nyame som ka ho. Nya no anka be hard you but I think say your traits and so add it up which and ne watch him. And also can sanguine any melancholy asem. And also so there can no correct. No correct. My encounter ni pa mienu sa so da. And what I noticed near say na melancholy no. Time bia na say ne vim wo fom. But what I notice here say they bia so ne friend no enama. Otumi kasa eno nim de oye. Say bi o makọ baabi nipa bebre ho no a. Na pese o ka bibia. Omu nim omo ho a say ohwe ne friend nanim mpo no ohye dan kasa kwa ne friend to be good o pese o ka. No na pagya ne nsa. No na ka asem na ma no. Intina no mu di nkomo na ba ko ka che the other one say se me kọ baabi na oni ho a mpese me kọ. Asa why to send a right arm bisa. Because of baby but we are no need to feel on more. Melancholy no take it so good care of someone no. Because they all kind is how good they are little bit. I said I basa kakra. As a woni ne ho brebi why too busy nyade. And Iraq or some make a junior sem. Iraq or raw madisuum. Someone near very intelligent to the my dear. Melancholy needs to my dear. But we a bit so we are timid kakra. Enti ase enyo bi e so obo ne ho so na oye no ontumi nye bibia ne na abɔ ne hu na ase suro work kwa no mo submit na se check kakra bi na enko ya na ne ho prero na sangwe ne ka chense tobo e de beko ade e be ne na nwumre ya ho na we ni su ba na we de so encourage ne nti de o chemu ne nyina na meka se from experience no no correct na me pese me bisa se oka se sanguine any choleric shia time be na say ija pese tom it sounds like choleric near very controlling but that time be all the sanguine no shia dey nase in leadership say leadership nso so ye relationships ya bia in leadership the what she mam yam say see select spouse your friends and go for relate ya ye hwesa ne man in leadership egal baby cro e bia ye adwuma mu asori mu ba bia e wo se ye yes ade na ye hwe ana as in parent no e wo se ya ye hwe e consider the uche me that's it.
Yo, I'm see nyame sha. That's a pa ne experience I want to share. And the concept in leadership is very, very, very important. But sometimes, yeah, we don't consider those things. For instance, say be a sorry, on a Muslim, no, ye share mo. Those waiting a link to what jumamu, and be our school mo, and wabusiemu, and where you meet a lot of people. Say ye obia, they say to me, a boy say, eventually, temperament, ebia the people that he or she is going to lead. So the nature of the people. and the any panels on the temperament. Because be for instance, a sorry moon you meet people be every Sabbath. It be every day in Shenipa. A way we know at least we don't meet often. Tibetiman Yabufubi, but Raquan must be a sorry son. It means she'll be a canabine. He shall be the Sobia Sanguine no dear anymore. Or no, as him see as some year to Odini Penny may be never, you know, can as him be a man here, he said, be a sorry. Na and Cosa the open or church and I've been off, can I be Basabasa? But in a church house, we don't do that. Reason is a yamima. Ye sure someone fufu. This say was Sunday when I coon. Emwa. Dimpen pee, no. Say, you show be a temperament, no, a bit suit those that is leading. Other than that, we're not leader, no, only church members, no, and our need subordinate or more. Sometimes open fight. Open Rebecca. Now we're going to win once. It's not the best. To ensure the audience or people is going to lead, ensure the temperament. Now ensure Sababua perfect. The most little no, they were say you can also pair them. The who will be saying the temperament maybe or a bit maybe or melancholy or no. So one can also what you want no. Decision be a crown take it. Be the whole year, not a chat board they share once. Be the whole year, no school meeting once. Yes, we not so the most once. But we'll be so yeah. Someone become work. No, we have to do it today. We are doing it. And I say balancing on a boy. So the bear, a Juma no I ever see any bit because see a judgment call no more as group. You know actually at every quarter there must be report. A report no yet because you never be a Juma there must be annual report or there must be quarterly report or weekly report. But one no the one no melancholy and fan. Oba, you are portion blame. I was sick. I couldn't come to work the other day, so. But the way someone can say no, it has to be done. I mean, penning was here. Pragmatic Becker said, no, who come anymore? I am off. In person will be coming is on point. In all, no, your leadership mono, we need to blend if there need be. But I couldn't take out, but I couldn't macra. No mean lady. No, I couldn't check no. Sounds never was the audience, Nipa na only do mono. The way here. And before a moment with here, young leadership on Nabua, they see to him, said a bear, and question to come remember. Medasi.
Good. Sure. And yeah, and twasso. So, oh, she okay. Yeah, and yeah, choose your casa.
Me from that, now is our the very last question now for you, my teenage work or head go. So for now, can be say temperament, yeah, now go so I will train. Now what can say about baako ɛwɔ fam na baako wɔ soro. Say bi obi ɔyɛ choleric, ɛne bi obi ɔyɛ phlegmatic. Okay, as a phlegmatic, maybe ɔyɛ din ɔmpa asɛm. Tia na we ni control. Say me a choleric a, how do I balance it? Say ne be me abuse phlegmatic na meninity. Because it looks like say obeba for mama me. Bibia o nya no kan bi so si obi ni kunu kra bia timi frɛ ɔse ne yɛkɔ asɔre hye we kɔ. Sɛ ɔka me kan obetie ni nti no. How do I keep the balance? Then koya abuse because on kasa nti me hu. Nti bu a tra so kra madwene ma so. Na me so na me yɛ phlegmatic no. Ekwan me na me fa so me boa saa choleric na say sanguine and I say nipa bi the all show no ɛwɔ that say na ukyire mu na say me no. Kwan me na me so me fa so me boa na ono so ne hye na oyelo obe turn ni down kakra.
Okay. That's Michelle. That you say. Sanka, if we are senior, what they are, and obi anya obi aronya do because any obi amfo obi ho adwuma na buy and when mabishia nti I don't care about the way you behave. Say school money is share more. I don't care when we close that and sit. But 1 minute here as your wife, you always command me. minimum be also two combine the family mo pe emo pa. Oba na ire de mo asija so. Then he commanded the wife said, "Tuamuni si o yibufu." And after Oba no strike no, the children of 4 and the wife, none of them ate the fufu because they don't like it. But he commanded the wife, because he's a man. Oba no so, and I'm saying also, well, yeah, melancholy, na pragmatic or not, or brand was in Tiotie, or we are not going to be so bien. The embassy can say, so when your partner opposite, vice versa. Now, Brennan was said, don't abuse it as him or her also the answer or one doesn't agree. Allow him or her to also have his or her way sometimes and guide. And yes, sir, it will be like I, me, myself and my interest. I, me, myself and my interest. What about wife or husband? What about the next friend? What about the next person around you? And your best friend. We are all grown-up people. Sometimes we also having the way correct and guide in a godly manner. Na yɛmmoa yɛn Nyankopɔn ma deɛ yɛnhyɛ yɛn ho Nyankopɔn ɔde ba wiase no ɔnhyɛ yɛn ne mo ɔma yɛn afutuo ɔsɛ kwan no ɛde asi w'anim ɛyɛ mmienu yi nkwa no ne mo menhyɛw ne mo at the end of the day no deɛ ɔbɛyi no ho nsuanso wɔ nti mɛsrɛ in our relationship, in our marriages, in our friendship, don't abuse your wife or your friend or your husband because okay obeti. Must operate in their own sense and yeah, guide them godly. Remember, the way we now you are not always right. You can be wrong all the time. You can be wrong sometimes. One way observant or 214. There might be our 13 years and near foot on mistake. Or maybe our 30 new communions and ni assemble on tiny mistake. Let us guide ourselves in godly manner. By so doing, our partnership can be perfect. That's
Okay, good. It does a par N17.
Happy Sabbath. So for that was say what church immediately say it's going to help us, especially as youth, because now for them be saying they were not almost steady and they didn't really know, and some parents did not understand as well. And so immediately say, yeah, as young people, you see, when we become better people and are better parents, we will handle our children differently. So will be a suitier. Me be back from a different angle, so especially on Mofra, even though it's about relationship, yaka our for, but also influence of your temperaments, on Mofra, and that's where I want to come from. Say, meet me akasa, and one thing is the history of all these temperaments, even though Cecilia, it's more on the psychological side, it's not about psychology near the other, but it all started from a medical perspective. Not tete, Hippocrates, Negal, and more thoughts say, humors that I say, in who the one detect your temperament and your health. For example, sanguine, they believe say they have a lot of blood. So the moja movie everywhere and other things, they are easy going near the other, And the other side is phlegmatic for had a lot of phlegm and as a mind. So they were always calm near the other. Even now, modern medicine, I deny say it doesn't have weight, but we don't deny the fact that a temperament, and your health a lot of influence, that especially how we handle Mofrano. And let's say if you don't need a lot of evidence, I won't have for now the back na zongo, now the back na ebia estata, or more or more temperament, and I say or more personality, is lightly changed. And I just want to bring the fact that a lot of these things, influence and how you handle, how you grow, how are your abilities, how are your health evolve any other. Into parents especially should be very much particular on how we handle our kids. And make be your time I Google already a friend of Phineas Cage. Not all UK in the 18th century, no year Jumana, BB a warning trim into I'm sorry, rails and a metal be worn it trimo he didn't die, he survived, but his personality changed. And he said, I'm fine, so he's sanguine. After that accident, or son directly a different personality altogether. Physically, no. I mean, one go through that, but physically, say be run it sign. I dream one the personality as a. So I'm just bringing up the fact that a lot of these things, have influences on your health and so. And especially as parents, any teachers for your school more and sorry I handle near the other know how I handle on my crab or sorry na otia no once pe welcome no on kasa ni pe mo bi 1 year with him, and all these things have a long way to affect their health and so let's not take a relationship and we as and paying for ne our na for ne we but even the very little one, because I feel no evolve it's very important me that say.
I mean, I'm sure be in our topic now, temperament and human relationships. It cuts across the board. Relationship life beer. So they are very important. We're child psychology. But I go classroom no pida and say question. Now shout no. One that kills the interest of the child. Don't question bill. But where we are coming from, we always share your man so. Akwada bi obusa question beer. We see the child to be penisem. One two. Oye petty. But we shouldn't do that. We should encourage them to ask questions so that we know what they are going through. At the same time, they result in consulting their friends, and it will not help. That was it. After your man also they will kind no. But I want more. Y'all can know. I've been a teacher. I was over school. No, we shouldn't. You are okay. Son, one thing I didn't. Shouldn't want him to cry. Now, no problem. Teacher, near a good. No, we protect it. Now, catching them. Parents, involved. Till it is high time we get enough time to work on our own children. And yet, teacher didn't have to Obama. Teacher needed the no. Be ideology never be a church no or the beginning saw the Bobo brother no maybe but training the values maybe I come from the home. Now first presentation you will say the home nyamiadum and only the first school of the child. In the awful you would bedi. And yet a portion blame. Unu the obano tier, unu the host tier, and then now for the siblings their reaction toward each other. You obi mo modi wo school mu a hwe de ha no fa no hospital specialist man na enye ne hodwuma men condemn baby because of behave the way of behave ni suno no work on them and guide them ngiri say bebo apa nyame hira gracias
Yo, Misha Mupa. Okay, good. And yeah, Laura, over to Makasa.
Yo, Eda Nyami Shao. First time so that's say. Nankopon Shao be brave. My question is there is no chance that phlegmatic a bit me I say, oh, nay, I've had it to here. Yeah, I'll be flip up even for once. Because when you say environment to sakra na sa no tia oh the environment bit me as a son one time will be and I say in now for we share or phlegmatic there, but there can't be a time and a chance be a be flip up. I say this time and so you're phlegmatic or you're so introverted or you're on casa or you're okay. Not even for once no bit me I can say no, but have enough. I can't have no I can't have it be see that it be anything happen now.
okay yo that's it nyame hira pa the thing say ni pedua no anyame de boy training me have grown to believe say the train na enya no fie no is so powerful say school sometimes the way we behave at home so powerful. Until I can say old habits die hard. Because old habit never dies. The reality one is so difficult. Psychology fortunately said the child develops from age 0 to 7. No, for me. You must have that. Ni suba or be no 0 to 7. No, for me. If you walk on, isn't by Bobum. Okay. And nunti obi bia oye nyema said oye no across the board all the 4 temperaments it will be difficult to change, but yeah the increase of idea ya banyami mono nyame asem no ya kenka necessary nyame okonkro atie mu na nsan yakoma e boaye eno ntina ye de sua nyina mu no keep on hammering say don't pride yourself with your weakness. Media me say media sana metie I can't change. No. Bible atira me ehunu. Romans chapter 12 verse 1 to 3 say, I beseech you in the name of our Lord that we need to change our mind. We need to renew our mind and our thinking. And the sana metie mama yemu. Na yenhwe nipa no de ne no. So no so ka say no tia. How will this relationship be? How will the room be like? The hope. And how will the church be like? And how will the workplace be like? And the whole world will be like what? What will it be like? Because we see media sana metie. Do we already or no? Ni bufu a no aka pona hwim. We bufu a o say nema wo dem fridge no aka hwehwem. TV no de ade abum. Phone no de ahwehwem. Ni bufu a sana metie. Ye ja wo. We nzu bufu a ono otwese kai. Nti enya wo bufu a twese kai. Ke wi ase na be say. Indeed, we shouldn't pride ourselves and media sana metie. No. Yeah, Benjamin Muno. San Yetiana, the Bible say, if somebody's in Christ, he's a new creature. 2 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 5 and 7. Yeah, but you're for. Yamis is saying. In the years you know, Uno yet, Uno Kunote, Uno Namophobia or Uno baby or Ocean so, you all can me to say, they be all complaining. We need to change. We need to pray about it. We need to read Bible. We need to listen to programs like this and work towards it. Na boy nyina. Who are that opposite no so I was be on nipa no ben no trying to correct him or her. Onyame kwan so. Sometimes we correct the wrong with wrong. The enyen near the correct the enyen no near the correct one near the correct the enyen. Nti be we say na ntokwasi. When fire fight fire, there'll be explosion. But in God, Romans chapter, yeah, Christ of wait, and I go to Bible. Romans 12:21. I say, Papa na woman, Emma Bonino and say, Nimova, Papa na woman, I say, Bonina about thousand. Tiari Paka Kana Yesiano, we are near home. Said the bear, the bed boy, the baby born in a free one. I'm yet made papa. I'm those around us, and in those we meet, or those we come in contact with, so that the world becomes a better place for us all. And that's
Good. Mishnamo pa, mishnamo. Who say a ho abba. So me welcome kakra. So the first guest are Owe and Tema Yinyaba Christy from Aachen. And Mishra pa say neso Abela and so pa Mishra. And the second person Papa Elda Benasco Abape. Nti yes aso welcome so na Mishra mo pa say neso mo be join then nyina de ye wo ha. Nti ya mo ntamasa pa Mishra mo. So minim say ye bet one question as one contribution bia betimi ade about but se bibie ni ho a ye be si he ya.
okay. You answer
Okay.
now,
Yeah.
Next week, this man now you better this so now you want to know the kind of profession, the temperament in a bit me. Maybe I mean me melancholy. Me bomb and I am the reserve type. I remember that meeting me I be boy. Ideally, some years must me go school and I miss you my baby. Me choleric. I remember na mean to me because me nature no me me problem. You be suyani nyina nti I invite you. Tell your friend. Na nyina yambra na miss you na boy me etimi be better people for ourselves. And that's it.
You Pastor Mishra yeah. So
Yo,
see the
let me,
yeah.
my bam kakra.
I'll try last question, yeah.
So for yada say, na me srebi bi kakra. Sa adisua de ma no, unse adisua no ye good pa na se edoso na sa kwante. Tinka betima fa no ba ko ana mienu aka abom no wa kire mu yie. Na yetimi ato ye bo ase because say no u kire we no na me de sa na me hu no. Na ma dwena akodi wa kire me steady a fufuro be sa ba nti adeɛ no na sɛ me ankasa menhu ne yie papa because so ka 2 pairs we bom wɔn sɛ yɛdwendwene ho no na foforɔ so ba a ɛma me mmom deɛ saa na memehu adesua no sɛ wobɛtumi aboa yɛn na wato bo ase sɛ baako koraa na ɛnɛ woka ho asa no 4 week baako na yɛate aseɛ yie paa sɛ yɛ a youth no nso so daakye bi obi fa partner koraa na watumi ahu sɛ ampa saa partner wei ebi a mene na adwene ɛnkɔ yɛka bɔ ma yɛbɛnya problem wei mini wei move a ebetumi sɛ na wokyerɛkyerɛ mu na m sɛ ɛkɔntɛm dodo ɛkɔntɛm sɛ ɛmaame ebi a menim wɔn ɛba aso no sɛ bebree tumi kapcha no sɛ deɛ ɔde maa yɛn ne deɛ a mayi kakra no.
Okay.
So yeah, Pastor Mami kasa short. Na eno so na mpese meka ho nsɛm no so say yeah meka ne say yeah website honum YouTube honum sa website honum so honum so yeah post and I say yeah upload the videos and I say yeah topics ne pastor issue anti nim say pastor Uncle Gabriel say bia and so bebo wa say bia oba join ho na wahwe see the bear obohum baby asese ye wo no nti kakra me so metimi aka no so pastor so we ka obetimi so at who the number.
Okay, yo so okay no echi no unse this is this fifth week ya fara nkakra ya ka obia suba ho asem dada nti se flow ya unse ya ka for no nyina ya fa bia 1 week and afi ya combine the two nti ya hunu se de obia ya dwuma na ya combine ti no so da okay no ese se yan koso na ye ready se de tie no YouTube on so ho ebi ade bre ma me esa ma ye chibio nti kwaye ba mu a betimi akohwe bio na aboa ye bare nyina mu no nse ya to ya boase enough ya fa 1 week every group no bia baako na ye de koye na ye chechi ho nti igidi se sa akohwe bio o YouTube so abeboa me atase mo sa betimi akafa na.
Yeah, okay, I think say no so atimi abo obi tro so from ho say obetimi share the slides now but minim.
Okay. Actually, you better do on any department that can be my channel. Be a or interested with my contact me na area man.
Yeah, okay, good. So to see the program no be see here. Quick announcement I want no say or so your fasting and prayer and or so mother to see so actually akoda.
You minim say be announcement be or what the bar na
And
okay.
I me dey abano yeah so a bit me akọ yeah.
You go pai. Ya me there for it was. When they move so na ma we dey amaye. Ma me ehunu ye suban say dey tie. Abra bo nyina mu no ye nye papa. Ti be nyina no tetene na madisua bi say. Wa cho bibre. So bi ene obi nam. Say nam fufa mu adwuma mu school mu workplace yabusua mu yaware mu those who are going out with the intention of getting married say nima bi nkoye na ya mo temperament no nya yeho a ocho tene ye ne boy my entiase awade boy no my mfa bone ho ho nkasa me say ya na meti I can change eya Christopher mi enye do rado pe na afi yin slow ayi nyina timi mo boy ho ye ho na boa me timi ni papa ocho yewra ho me da mu yesrewo ye ne ye nyina hwe no munyam esro pa chow inhira wo hwegu mu aso no fa bi dum ye mante wasam ase bo ayi nyina na mante ase yekoda ye ne na ba ye ho ba ye ho masem yere wase o Yesu dim amen.